And here's why I don't listen to scoopers. I don't listen to scoopers because what James Gunn had said. James Gunn completely called out. I think the name was Geekosity or something like that. He completely called them out, completely, and said, "No one knows what's going on at DC except me and Peter. That's it." So when you hear people talk about contracts and hear people talk about this and that and that and this about DC or about, don't listen to him, because the man in charge of it all has clearly came out and said only two people know. Us two, Peter and myself, James fucking Gunn. So don't listen to these fake websites or these scoopers or so-called scoopers, Grace Randolph type, who keep coming out saying shit that they don't even know just to get you to hit that click and watch her video or his video. All right, man, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. So I want to do this video real quick with Black Adam. The Rock is talking about Black Adam. He gave some insight on Henry Cavill. He gave some insight on the future of Black Adam, and he talked about the numbers on Black Adam. It's a pretty long video. Stick with me. Let's discuss what he said. Let's watch what he said, and then we come back and discuss. Let's get it.
Happy Wednesday, also known as Hump Day, also known as Wednesday's getting its ass kicked, and Thursday is next in line. Well, that's the plan anyway, until we get beat up a little bit. A quick check-in. I'm swooping in to say thank you. Great news to report on the Black Adam front. The Black Adam train continues to roll along. Black Adam, you guys have made Black Adam #1 again, now on digital. Black Adam is the #1 movie on iTunes. We released Black Adam yesterday. We thought it was a strategic release to go on all digital platforms as we're still out in the theaters. As we go into the Thanksgiving holidays and, of course, the Christmas holidays, Hanukkah holidays, so you guys can enjoy Black Adam still in theaters and certainly enjoy The Man in Black at home. So thank you for making Black Adam #1 again on iTunes with a bullet, by the way. So thank you, guys. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe has changed. As you guys have heard me say that, at box office here domestically, we're doing really good, really strong numbers. Internationally, we got a lot of room for growth. And of course, you want to see the international box office numbers be higher, be stronger. Of course you do, because you're never satisfied. However, we got a lot of great growth. We established Black Adam around the world, and something to think about contextually when it comes to Black Adam. And when you look at our numbers, as I think we'll probably land somewhere around, I don't know, maybe 375 million worldwide, maybe a little bit more. We might kiss $400 million. We'll see. We still have Japan to open up, and we'll play through the holidays. So we'll see. But in any event, at the end of the day, our business, when it comes to like business acumen, boring business acumen stuff, our margins don't live and die by box office numbers. It has very long tentacles and tail effects when it comes to how we will do just in terms of our numbers. But the bottom line is this: when I talk about, hold on one second, I'm just coming into work. My good morning, hello, amen. Thank you very much. When I talk about the hierarchy of power in the DC universe, has changed from a few ways. Number one, we established Black Adam around the world as the most powerful and dominant, unstoppable force in the DC universe. That is a fact. And we established the Justice Society around the world too. And keep in mind, no one, if you were not a hardcore comic book fan, no one heard of Black Adam or the Justice Society. The hardcore comic book fans, we got the love, we got your loyalty, and I appreciate that to the bone. But the rest of the world had no idea who Black Adam was. So we're establishing the brand. And something else that we're establishing is, I felt like two things. If we're going to establish Black Adam as the most powerful, unstoppable force in the DC universe, we have to bring back the most powerful, unstoppable force of all time in any universe. And you guys know who I'm talking about. Of course, that is Superman, and that's Henry Cavill. And, at the end of the day, the studio was not bringing Henry Cavill back inexplicably and inexcusably. But we weren't going to take no for an answer. Myself, my $7 co-founder and chairwoman, Danny Garcia, Hiram Garcia, our $7 president. This has been years in the making regarding bringing Henry Cavill back, and years of strategic conversations, and we were not going to take no for an answer. And and also something else to think about is, for us, there was no way, there's no viable, logical way that you can attempt to build out the DC universe without the most powerful force and the greatest superhero of all time sitting on the hot sidelines. It's impossible to do. You can Venn diagram business-wise this whole thing 90 different times, but it all comes back to, where's Superman? You have to have Superman in the mix. So that's why we fought hard to bring Superman back, Henry Cavill. And there was no other Superman, by the way, to bring back. Henry Cavill is our generation's Superman, and in my opinion, the greatest Superman. And I mean that respectfully to the other actors, especially Christopher Reeve, but the greatest Superman of all time. So again, bringing Henry back, now we build out the DC universe properly, strategically, smartly. Again, the hierarchy of power in the DC universe has changed. And of course, now we have new leadership at DC and at Warner Brothers. Again, hierarchy of power in the DC universe has changed. So it's a new era in the DC universe. Thank you guys so much for the Black Adam love. You made Black Adam #1 on iTunes. Enjoy Black Adam throughout the holidays, Thanksgiving, holidays. Enjoy it in the theaters, and certainly now you can enjoy it at home. Thank you for making us #1. And thank you so much. Black Adam has been such an incredible journey, 15 years in the making. Now we will take our time. Now we will build out the Black Adam brand, and we'll build out the JSA. Dr. Fate, Cyclone, Hawkman, Atom Smasher. And keep in mind, for those of you who don't know, and all you comic book fans, you guys know this, there are so many cool, badass superheroes and supervillains in the Bible, in the pantheon of the DC universe. They're just right there. So we're going to dig into all that. So, all right. Thank you guys so much. I got to get my ass to work. Have a productive Wednesday and have a productive week. And most importantly, have a great Thanksgiving. All right, guys. Love you. Thank you again.
All right, man. That was The Rock, Black Adam himself. So, there's a bunch of different things I want to talk about real quick about Black Adam. Of course, I gave y'all my score and what I thought it was. I think Black Adam could have been better storyline-wise. I'm not going to really spend too much time on that, but that's what I thought. As far as what he's saying about the numbers, hey, man, it is what it is. You're lucky to make $500 million nowadays. You're lucky. I don't care what studio you is, Marvel, DC, whatever, Warner Brothers, Disney, whatever. You're lucky to make that type of money in the theaters. Because, things are starting to go back to normal from, the whole C-19 shit. You know what I'm saying? Things are starting to go back to normal. So, obviously, people are starting to go back to the movies now. Movie nights, because streaming was a big thing. I think movies still have some, it still has some allure to it. I actually would rather go to the movies than watch it at home. That's just me, because I think that it's an experience to see something on a big screen and not in your house. You know what I'm saying? So As far as him talking about Henry Cavill, we all know Henry Cavill is Superman. Henry Cavill is the greatest Superman of all time. There's no way around that. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care. He's the greatest Superman of all time. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Christopher Reed and whoever else was Superman, but we all want to run with Henry Cavill. As far as the hierarchy of the DCU has changed, bringing James Gunn, Peter Safran to the forefront of this thing, I think they're gonna do good, and I think that The Rock is very invested into this character. That's what's up. I think that if they could keep what Zach did, or even build off what Zach did, I think this is gonna be phenomenal. Now, I will say this: James Gunn can take this in a totally different direction. He can. I think he can, but I do believe that he's not going to do that. I believe that he's going to keep with Snyder's vision. Not completely, but he's going to keep with Snyder's vision because he knows that that fandom, that Snyder fandom, is there still and they're waiting. He knows that. So I think he's going to try to please both sides. He's going to go with the Snyder towards the Snyder because obviously he did Suicide Squad and he had Harley Quinn in it, and Harley Quinn is from the Snyderverse. You know, Amanda Waller is from the Snyderverse. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that James Gunn is going to push that. Now, Black Adam's going to fit in there somewhere. We don't know. I think that if they play this out right and they end up fighting Darkseid and they get to that point, I think this is going to be something unbelievable if they can pull this off, which I believe they can. After what I see with what he did with Peacemaker, I think James Gunn is not playing. I think he's firing on all cylinders, and I think he's going to do it. So I think the direction that DC is going in, I appreciate it. I think that DC is in the right hands, and I'm gonna make a prediction. I don't know if this is true. I didn't hear this, but I'm just gonna I believe what's gonna happen. I think that James Gunn is gonna do half of the movies, and I think Zach's gonna come back and finish it out. That's what I believe. That may be wishful thinking, but it is. Snort the Snyderverse. Go Warner Brothers. You know what it is. Torture Talk.